Okay, thank you for attending this pitch on this gloomy day. I hope everybody had a good day. I know a lot of people were busy with their other personal work as well, but I'm gonna give it to oh, actually, let me introduce myself. I'm Sanjukta Pindiala. You can call me Sanju. I'm the marketing chair of TiE Dallas, and I currently go to UT Austin. So my senior year, I will be graduating in December. So yeah, I love entrepreneurship. I've always wanted to join a company, or not join a company, start a company one day. I just don't have an idea yet. That idea will eventually come to me, but I just am very fond of creating my own business. So now I'll just give it to Ram, and he'll introduce TIE and the women pitch.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sanjukta. I hope I'm coming across loud and clear. My name is Ram Viswanathan. On behalf of TiE Dallas, and as its president here in the Dallas chapter, it gives me great pleasure to invite you all to tonight's event. It's been an amazing few weeks for those of us who are privileged enough to put this all together in a short time frame, if I can say so. It's truly gratifying that we are able to recognize, celebrate, and encourage our women entrepreneurs. It's an important demographic segment that we are to acknowledge and promote. Am I muted? I've been speaking to myself.
No. You just muted yourself.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I don't know how much of that you caught, but I was just saying we have to be proud of our women entrepreneurs and acknowledge, encourage, and promote them, as it brings the necessary diversity and richness to the entrepreneurial ecosystem here in the Dallas Metroplex. For those of you who are not aware of TiE Dallas, it's a chapter of TiE. It's a global organization devoted to identifying, nurturing, mentoring, funding, helping grow entrepreneurs. Very simple as that. As such, the organization is made up of seasoned businessmen and women, as well as startup entrepreneurs that are just beginning their journeys, and for whom we offer a meeting place to share their ideas, get feedback, maybe get some funding for going through their journeys, entrepreneurial journeys, and continue the process of mentoring and helping them grow. We have several flagship initiatives underneath, notable among them being TiE Ventures, which is a structured program that allows teams to come and pitch to us, and for us to evaluate, to provide feedback, fund, and help them take things to the next level. We have a TiE Tuesdays program, which happens every fourth Tuesday of the month, to have the same startup entrepreneurs share their presentations to us. It almost acts like a funnel to the TiE Ventures program we have. We have the TiE program, which we are very proud of, and we have gone through 8 successful years of that program that's geared towards high schoolers, where we take them through a 4-month journey of ideation, selling and marketing, operations, financials, and culminating in a pitch event, much like what we are going through today. And then choosing a winner among the groups, and having that winner from Dallas represent Dallas on a global event for the program, TiE program. And I'm very happy to say that we have won several awards over the years, but the last year that was ably led by Gans, who was all on the team, and as well as Mayur. Our team won the Best Teamwork Award, as well as I think the second runner-up award. So we are very proud of that. So we have that program. We have State of the Industry and Expert Series, which allows domain experts and industry leaders to come and share their domain knowledge of a specific industry, the challenges, opportunities that might be there for people to participate, either as an investor or an entrepreneur or what have you. So we have that series. So we have a number of different initiatives. They're all synergetic, and they all contribute towards building up the entrepreneurial ecosystem and the processes involved in the entrepreneurial journey. So, and last but not the least, what we are here for today is a TiE Women program, which showcases, promotes entrepreneurship among women. So more on this we'll talk about in just a second. Many of these events are free, but there's several events of TiE Dallas are for members and for the exclusive benefit of the members. So I strongly encourage you to participate, get engaged with, and benefit from the association. There are some other programs too. I won't belabor. We can go to the dallas.tie.org to get more details. With that said, a word about tonight. TiE Women is a global initiative that has picked up significant momentum across various chapters around the world, and we are so happy to be able to participate in this as well. The winner from tonight's pitch event will get to represent Dallas at the global gathering coming up in Dubai later in the year, and to win upwards of $100,000 in prizes, awards, and what have you. I'm deeply grateful to several people that made this possible. Support from the global team, of which Hema is a part, and she's here. I'm so grateful to her being able to join us tonight, her morning in Singapore. Darthi Desai, Paul Lopez, Gordon Grant, and there are some of them are here on the call. My core team members of TiE, my charter members, Sunny, Vinod, and others, and then the core team, Sophie, Mayur, Alok, and others. And the team of women, most importantly, that I got the opportunity to work with, Vandana, Sandhya, Deepthi, Sophie, the judges, Harjot, George, and Valerie, thank you very much. And our MC tonight, Sanjukta, who's helped put a lot of this together. So she'll go into the mechanics of the program, how the evening will flow. But briefly, we have 6 finalists. We have about 10, she'll go into the detail, 8 minutes and 5 minutes Q&A. And a structured process to go through the criteria we have to judge these presentations in a very objective fashion by our judges who come from the PE industry, such as Harjot, serial entrepreneur like George Brody and Valerie Reifenstahl. So we are very happy and grateful for their time and participation tonight. So before we get into more on the main event here, I would like to welcome Hema and have her say a couple of words about the TiE Women Initiative. Hema, if you could please do the honors.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ram. Happy morning, TiE Dallas and all of you. For me, it's a morning. I think it's an evening for you. It's always a pleasure to be part of any women program. I thank TiE Global for starting this women initiative, and my team, Darthi Desai, the vice chair, and Aparna, and all the people here. We are actually enjoying our work to reach out to as many entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs as possible in the world. This is the first year of the launch of TiE Women. In the first year of launch of TiE Women, we have 25 chapters out of 61 chapters of TiE Global sign in for this program. And we have reached out to more than 3,000 women entrepreneurs all over the world in the first program. Okay, so now you can see that if this program can be run for 4 to 5 years, and if we can outreach roughly 1 million women entrepreneurs, I think that will be the happiest moment for all of us, right? So I just wanted to, today Darthi, our vice chair, is not able to join, so I'm just backing up for her. Darthi has been part of a lot of your meetings. I think we all squeeze our time, make time, and support each other. Women are doing many things, I think. One of the motto of TiE Women is, like Ram correctly pointed out, is to embrace, engage and empower women entrepreneurs. You know, there is a lot of myth about women. You know, if you take in my own case, in my own family, I'm the first generation women entrepreneur. My father is a professor, mother is a teacher, right? So entrepreneurship and education sometimes are not connected. It's more of the entrepreneurial grit and determination to make it happen. And a lot of myth about women. Women cannot decide, women are emotional, women are not financially savvy. A lot of those things, I think, all are busted today. If you look at during this COVID times, right? Completely busted, because there are many, many women entrepreneurs are supported world over. And we wanted this movement, this TiE Women Initiative, to become a movement all over the world. We want to ensure that women are reached out and supported. like Ram pointed out, we want to ensure that women are not only supported in terms of funding, in terms of mentoring, in terms of anchoring, right? Sometimes I find that for some of the women, starting trouble is a problem. Once you start them, it goes like a wildfire. So we want to be there to support them. And then all this initiative of whatever we have done so far has been largely possible by our sponsors. For the first year itself, I mean, we've got a very key strategic partner from Mumbai. It is the CSC, the CSR group of the Bombay Stock Exchange. It's an initiative called Empower. They run one of the first India's tech accelerator program, and they have committed support for TiE women for the next about 4 years. So with that kind of a support, I think we can do much more. And I wanted to also thank Paul and Gordon who are here. They have been, they did this electronic scorecarding, and it is such a fantastic tool. When we also concluded our TiE Coimbatore initiative, the scorecarding really helped. It really gave everything, and results were done up in less than about 5-10 minutes. So I thank Paul and Gordon as well was making time for TiE women. Lastly, I wanted to just tell, when Ram reached out to us about almost, I think 2 months ago, that he wanted to do an initiative, we were all very, very happy. He got support from all over, and the meeting kicked off. So I think it's always that anchoring, and then that initiative, the first initiative always takes time. Once that is done, it just goes by itself, right? So I think I wanted to thank TiE Dallas for taking this initiative. It's just a fantastic initiative, and more power if it is generated and dissipated across all genders universally. I think it's such a fantastic team, right? I always believe that when women are empowered, more things can happen, because it starts from the family, and then the society, and then the nation, right? So it starts from home. So I think if women are given a freedom of expression, thought, speech, etc., much more things are possible. So with that note, I thank TiE Dallas. It is like people like Sanju, who are here as a marketing intern, can straight away get into entrepreneurship to do something for herself, right? It's a myth that sometimes you have to go to work and all that. I think entrepreneurship is very fun, Sanju. Go for it, and then we are all here to support you. And it's that more such women have to come and make this a life possibility. So again, I would like to thank TiE Global, TiE Dallas, TiE Women for this fantastic initiative. And I wanted to tell all the participants today who are actually pitching that winning, it's not about winning, it's more the journey, right? So don't be discouraged or disappointed that if you're not winning, it is just a journey, because the ecosystem can really help you to achieve many, many things, right? So with that note, happy evening to all of you, and ensure that you all have a very, very good competition. I perhaps will attend for one or few more sessions, but I've got to hop on to another meeting, so I'll not be there throughout the entire session. But congratulations, Ram. Thank you so much for this initiative, and all the team members who have just put your effort and time. All the effort that you have put will not go waste for sure. And TiE Women will roll, rock, and we are here together with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you,
Hema, for
Hema.
those comments. Appreciate it very much. You said things started at home, and on that note, I just recently was checking my team, my own team, my office back in India. We didn't even realize that we have our strength in women has significantly increased,
Absolutely,
and as a natural process. And I'm very proud of that, and I was passing my compliments to them recently. So very well said. So I know we are running into time issues here, and Sophie is going to keep track of time here. So back to you, Sanjukta. Let's go through the mechanics, and maybe we could have the judges introduce themselves. If you can start out with that, and then let's go through the rest of it.
Go ahead. George, you can go first.
I guess it's alphabetical, so I'll start. Again, I just wanted to echo what Hema just said to all the participants. You are a select group of trailblazers. I think winning is not the important thing. It is the journey, and I commend you and congratulate all of you for being here. First, again, just to give you a little bit of my background, I'm one of those guys who believes, and I keep telling this to many people whoever I meet, it becomes almost like a repetition. I'm a living, breathing example of the alchemist, where it says, if you wish for something so bad, the whole universe will conspire to make it happen for you. And I believe you entrepreneurs should really believe that, because I am a living, breathing example of that. I wanted to be running something big and got the opportunity to do that. in the corporate world, I was able to ride a big wave called wireless from the ground up to a multi-billion-dollar business in a company called Nortel. And then started my own venture. Wanted to do something from cradle to marriage, and got my venture started where it was a VC-backed company called Globe Ranger, which was in the IoT RFID space, and I was able to sell that to Fujitsu, and then stayed on for a couple of years. And then I technically retired, although my family would not agree. I technically retired, but I'm giving back by opportunities like this to be able to interact with budding entrepreneurs or investing in companies as an angel investor. So I think we got some very good companies here, and I'm very excited to hear the pitch as you guys go through.
Thank you, George.
Go on,
Harjot, you want to go next?
Valerie, why don't you go, please?
All right. Hi, this is Valerie Riefenstahl, and I'm in Grapevine, Texas. No place exotic, definitely. And delighted to be here. My husband Ed and I are deep involved in the entrepreneurial ecosystem in the North Texas area. We helped start, along with Capital One Bank and the Fort Worth Business Assistance Center, the Fort Worth Business Plan competition about 12 years ago, and do very similar things, although we don't get to go to Mumbai for our finale. That sounds awesome. I wish I were in this competition. Delighted to be here. I was recruited by Sophie Clement, and she and I are in Rotary together, and that, as you know, is a very big international organization. So delighted, and I loved your overviews and your videos, and I'm delighted to meet you. A couple of you were not first to me on LinkedIn. I reached out to you, and please, the rest of you, definitely connect with me. So want to keep up with you.
Thanks, Valerie. Well, good evening, everybody. I'm Harjot Sachdeva. I'm not an entrepreneur myself, but every day I meet a lot of entrepreneurs by the way of my investment firm, Banneker Partners. So we invest in software and technology companies, mostly in beyond the VC stage. But nonetheless, all these companies have taken the first steps like you all are starting to do right now, and have reached to a point where there are bigger investors who are interested in investing. By the way of introduction, I've spent 17 years in enterprise software company called i2 Technologies, done a number of different roles in there, and then for the past 6 or 7 years, I've been an investor with various private equity firms. I look forward to your pitches today.
Okay, we're getting excited now. So Sanjukta, let's have you walk through
Okay.
the schedule.
So we'll be showing the pitch first, so however long, up to 8 minutes. And right after the pitch is done, we'll have 5-minute Q&A, and it'll be one by one. So company 1, then Q&A, company 2, Q&A, and so on. And then at the very end, we will have the judges go into a breakout room. They'll deliberate, and we'll like network here, get to know each other. Don't be afraid and all of that. And then they'll come back and we'll announce the results. So now,
You want to show a schedule of who goes first and second, third, and all that?
Yeah, okay. Let me go ahead and share the screen. Okay, so this is just the schedule. So company 1 would be Breeze Bubble. Company 2 is Cubby. Company 3 is Euphoria Solutions. Company 4 is Rex Academy. Company 5 is YFret, and company 6 is Data Ready. So I've already sent this schedule to the teams itself so they know when they're going, but this is just the order over here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the time. We're right on time, 6:25. So we are 2 minutes ahead. So that's great. You want to ask the judges if they're ready? They have everything they need, the judging scorecards and rubric. Okay.
Good to go.
Go ahead,
okay, then I'll go ahead and share the screen for Breeze Bubble's video.
Before you do that, anybody any questions? Everything's clear? All the participants, judges, everything good?
Can you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that at all?
No, you're not playing
No,
it
we
yet.
cannot.
Right?
Not playing.
Earlier.
Not playing.
No.
No.
Oh, you can't hear it?
No.
Okay. One.
From extreme levels of pollution. The problems that I found with the current solutions available.
Can you go back to the start? Yeah, thank you.
Okay. There you go.
Hi everyone, I'm Arulian, a computer science engineer and founder of TiE. I started working on this idea in October 2019 when I visited my family back home in
We can't hear.
Ping Sanju.
I think no, I think if you mute yourself, I think we're not able to hear you.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Hi everyone, I'm Arulian, a computer science engineer and founder of TiE. I started working on this idea in October 2019 when I visited my family back home in India. This was pre-COVID times, but people were wearing masks to protect themselves from extreme levels of pollution. The problems that I found with the current solutions available at the time were that they were quite restrictive, difficult to breathe through, fogged up your glasses, became heated and stuffy, or just weren't that effective. And then fast forward to now, and we're in the middle of a pandemic, and the rest of the world has to mandatorily wear masks. The situation is very similar. Most current masks have a trade-off. The ones that are comfortable, like the cloth and surgical masks, are not very protective. And the ones that provide high protection, like the N95 mask, are restrictive, tight, and difficult to breathe through. So I created the Breeze Bubble, a smart mask with a micro-cooling fan technology that allows you to breathe easily and stay comfortable while being highly protected. There are three key aspects to the design. The first is a soft, comfortable silicone material that takes the shape of your face to create an airtight seal and prevent any air leakage. The second is a micro-cooling fan technology that creates a constant airflow around your nose and mouth, making it more comfortable and breathable. And finally, the inexpensive BFE95 certified filters that filter out 95% of the particles. The fan is fully rechargeable and comes with a USB cable. The mask itself can be washed and used by popping out the technology and putting it under a sink or wiping it with a washcloth. For my target market, there are three main segments. The first current segment is employees. For example, Bill here, who's an employee and wants to go back to the office and be present physically and wants a high comfort and protective solution that he can wear for long hours. The second is to partner up with companies like Marlena here, who's a CEO of a retail company and wants to order the Breeze Bubble in bulk to provide it for her employees and warehouse workers. And finally, the third segment is to partner up with schools and students like Sophie here, who's a student at University of Michigan and has taken hybrid classes and offline classes this fall. This is my temporary target market for the current situation, and my long-term market is more for people living in polluted air environments like in India, China, Brazil, and Mexico. For our current traction, currently we launched about 3 weeks ago and had a total revenue of about $1,600. We have been getting great reviews and feedback for our Smooth Edge mask, which is version 1 that I'll tell you a bit more about in just a bit. Our upcoming launches are we were selected to showcase the company in Ann Arbor in this 360 Tech Trek event that's happening on 25th September and had about a footfall of 1,000 people last year. We will also be launching our Kickstarter campaign in another 15 to 20 days. This is the business model canvas, and there are 3 key areas that I'd like to draw your attention to. The first is our key partners. we partner up with Ann Arbor Spark, who has been helping out with small grants and services like legal services, accounting, tax consultations, etc. The second is the channels and distribution channels that we're selling through. We're currently selling online direct to consumer through the website. Once the supply chain gets set up, I also plan on selling on Amazon e-commerce and eventually go for the Kickstarter and crowdfunding campaigns. Finally, our revenue streams are the consumer would pay a one-time fee depending on the product that they choose. It would be $29.99 or $69.99. And after that, they could buy the inexpensive replaceable filters as per a subscription model or as and when it's needed. Our mission is to enable everyone to have an active, healthy, happy life. And we want to do that by providing quality breathing through our comfortable and effective masks. I wanted to give you a product demo so that you can see the product firsthand. So we currently have two versions, the Breeze Bubble Smooth Edge and the Ultra Tech. The Ultra Tech mask is the one that comes with this microfan cooling technology that creates a fresh airflow around your nose and mouth and makes it easy to breathe. This mask is currently in its beta version and will be live in another few months. The one that we launched a few weeks ago was the Smooth Edge mask. The design part of it is it has this flexible, bendable, soft, smooth silicone edge that rests gently on your face and creates an airtight seal that prevents any air leakage. The filter elements can be popped open. The inexpensive replaceable filter can be replaced, and the mask can be washed and reused. The mask is also highly customizable, and you can style it and design it and paint it as per your needs. This is the mask that went live, and we've been getting good feedback and customer reviews. So this was the product demo, and thank you so much. That was my presentation. I look forward to listening to your comments, thoughts, and feedback.
Okay. That was really good and interesting.
Thank you.
Judges, go ahead.
I can go first. So the two masks that you showed, one has the fan built into it. The other one is a regular mask. So that when you compare that with what's already out in the market, what's the differentiation that people find with your mask? Is it more comfortable?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Glad you asked that. So the biggest problem with the current masks is that they have a trade-off. So the comfortable masks, like the cloth mask, the surgical mask, they don't really provide good protection. Like the surgical mask provides about 50 to 60% protection. The cloth mask is at about 30 to 40%. The N95 masks are the ones that provide high protection, but are very uncomfortable. They're restrictive, they're difficult to breathe through, and they get heated and stuffy. So yeah, I also have the product with me. So with this Breeze Bubble mask, with the smooth silicone seal, it's airtight, and that's why it has high protection, along with the BFE95 certified filters, and the microfan cooling technology, as well as the smooth seal, makes it comfortable to wear. So it provides the best of both worlds.
Okay, thanks.
It's Valerie. I have a question for you. So I got your go-to-market. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
I got your, I liked it very much. I thought about ordering some of them for my family trip on an airplane, and so yeah, so I thought, okay, that's a good sign. I got that your social media and stuff would work here in the United States, definitely. Will that work overseas? Will that work? Because that seems like your bigger market.
Definitely. So yeah, currently the kind of distribution channels would be social media. It would be partnering with companies, schools, and even retail stores to get this product out. For my longer term market, which is a pollution market, I specifically want to target like sportsmen, athletes, joggers, people who want to stay outdoors for long periods of time and want to live an active and normal life. So I was thinking social media would work to some extent, but also partnering up with retail stores and sports stores that would sell these masks with their other equipment.
Yeah. definitely a needed product in the polluted areas of the world for sure, all the time, which is great.
Yeah.
So three season or 4-season product you need all the time. Good
Yeah.
job.
Ari, a couple of questions. What is your landed cost and gross margin for the product?
So my gross margins for both products are about 70%. My smooth edge mask, the cost is about $8 and I sell it for $29.99. And for my Ultra Tech mask, the cost is about $16 and I sell it for $69.99.
Okay, that's great. And a couple of questions. Other questions are, how long does the battery last? How long does the filter last?
Yeah, so the filter, you can use it for about 3 to 5 days before having to replace it. Or if it's visibly soiled, dirty, or yeah, it's torn or something like that. The fan right now lasts for about 1.5 to 2 hours, but I am trying to make a 3-speed fan mask that will last for a longer time, so 4 to 5 hours, by increasing the battery size, but keeping the same weight. So just kind of more product iterations are needed to increase the battery life of that.
Got it. I would think it would get heavy on the face, but obviously you're doing the product testing.
Yeah, it's, I mean, it's definitely a little bit heavier than the smooth edge mask, but like the weight is 0.4 ounces for this one, and this is 0.4 pounds for this one, and 0.2 pounds for the other one. So it's not super heavy.
Got it.
Okay.
All right.
Do we have time for other questions?
30 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Quick question is for the next 3 years from now. You only showed in your executive summary projection for this year.
Yeah.
If you were to project out, where would you be, assuming everything is going to work in your favor? How big can this be?
Yeah, definitely. So for my long-term projections, I mean, the market is quite large. It's 9 out of 10 people, according to the World Health Organization, who face this problem of pollution. But narrowing it down to my serviceable available market with the people who experience this problem in countries like India, China, Brazil, Mexico, and even parts of the US, and the people who are in a higher tax bracket who can afford this product and are willing to pay for this product, it would be about 10% of that population. So right now I've projected it as like about 1.2 billion people, although about 6 billion people actually experience the problem itself.
Thank you. So we are done with the time for the Q&A.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Judges, were you able to score? Do you guys need some time?
Not yet. Yeah.
Yeah, we need a minute. So.
Our next one will be Cubby, so we'll just wait until they're almost done.
Voice is a little feeble, Sanjukta. So maybe you want to speak up a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So they're just pouring your
Sure. Yeah.
pitch, and then we'll start as soon as they're done with Cubby.
You want to prepare the screen while the judges are.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sangeeta.
Well, everybody can talk to each other. They don't have to be completely quiet. No one has to be quiet right now.
Trying to get the sound to come on.
So George and Harjot, you know that whenever you're ready, you can submit your answer.
Sophie, are you able to see the monitor? Can you show that on the screen so people know how this is all working. It's pretty cool, guys, in terms of the technology that we have, that judges go through scoring, and then we are able to see in a monitor who has scored, who has not scored yet, what are we waiting for. I mean, it may be fun to take a look at. Sophie,
I cannot
share
send
the screen.
Send you. You have to.
That's fine. It's okay.
Yeah. So
It's
we
a
are.
nice algorithm that rolls it all up, because I've done it with our other competition in Fort Worth. It's manual, so I appreciate this.
Mm-hmm. Thanks are due to Gordon and Paul that are here on the line that helped make this happen.
Oh, the inventors of this from Atlanta, TiE Atlanta, are here.
Yep.
Oh,
We have folks from joining in from Atlanta. I think Wisconsin, Singapore, Michigan,
Grapevine, Texas.
Grapevine, Texas. That's right, not to forget.
Yeah, and Ram, we expect some good barbecue to be sent over whenever you're ready.
Absolutely. You got it, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay, we are good. So if we want to keep going,
Okay.
our judges have it in.
Here is Cubby.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sangeeta, and I'm the CEO of TiE. I'm really excited to be a part of the TiE Dallas Women's Pitch Competition. And you should be too, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how you can travel in style without lugging your bags. If in your head you're thinking, travel and dragging bags around the city go hand in hand, you are here to be mind blown, because TiE has revolutionized the travel industry. So let's see who we are first. We are an on-demand marketplace where travelers and locals can safely store their luggage at local businesses like cafes, salons, restaurants, etc., instead of the traditional lockers for a short or medium term. If you look at these pictures, you will find lugging on all my vacation pictures. These photobombed by bags pictures were our eureka moment, which took me from being a lugging mom to helping travelers not being weighed down with baggage. The problem of lugging is majorly prevalent today because of the strict checkout by 11 a.m. policy at vacation rentals and hotels. It is also seen at airports and train stations because there's no accountability, and it's also inconvenient to go back and forth to your hotel. The train stations have lockers, but they're expensive. The airports have gone away from storage space, storing luggage. Stadiums have a no bag policy also. The only solution we have today are the traditional lockers, and they're inconvenient and expensive. TiE is going to fill that gap. So how do we do it? Instead of owning physical lockers, we partner with local businesses to tap the valuable real estate which are left unused to generate additional income for them, not to mention the extra footprint we bring to their doorsteps. In this way, we are able to be across the city, making it very convenient. Safety, of course, is of paramount importance, and we have checks in place for the same, including ensuring the bags stored. TiE has a simple business model. The pricing starts at just $5.90 per bag per item, and any additional days, we charge $3.90 per bag per item. We equally split this commission with our partner location. Let me show you or tell you how easy our mobile optimized web platform is. The under 3 minutes booking starts with searching for a TiE near you, selecting the convenient one and booking it. If you have already created an account, it is as simple as book and go. It can't get easier than this. The market size is enormous, with over 9 billion vacation rental and cruise guests across the globe. Just in the US, we have 100 million vacation rentals and cruise guests, which means so many of them face lugging problems. Something about us. We started out in July 2019, and after validating the market for a couple of months in Dallas-Fort Worth area, we are now across 11 cities with over 70 plus partner locations. We have helped more than 500 customers. We have also seen 18% international customers, 22% business travelers, and 16% of them have used us more than one day. Our biggest advantage is being asset light, which substantially decreases our operating costs. It makes us easily scale to any city. All I need is a partner location. All I need is a partner onboarded on our platform, and we are ready to help the customer with the luggage. All our partner locations are vetted for working cameras, and all luggage stored secured by a uniquely coded tamper-proof bag seal. Every bag is insured. Our locations are all across the city at most tourist spots and big venues. We are an ambassador of small businesses. So we promote our partners in our website by citing the unique selling points. We also offer a flat price for any bag size. And most importantly, we are creating a local business network, which at a later date can prove valuable resource. What matters most in the end is that our customers love us, and we have the stars to prove it. We are extremely proud to have been selected to exhibit at the Startup Grind, which was held at Redwood City, California earlier this year. Most recently, we have been selected as one of the top 100 finalists in the FedEx Small Business Brand Contest 2020. All this only makes us want to work even harder. So what's next for Cubby? We want to be across every major city in the country. From there, we want to go to Europe and across the globe someday. We also want to bring in subscription model for business travelers to make it more convenient and affordable. We want to bring in pickup and drop off services to make it even easier and more comfortable for our customers. Why is now the right time for Cubby? This is the time best for Cubby because we have moved from owning things to sharing things. Airbnb and Uber have brought the trust in sharing economy on which Cubby is based on. We are asking for $100,000 seed funding for 20% of our company. With this, it'll help us grow across every major city in the US, and also it will help us with the cost in marketing, which goes along hand in hand with it. This is my team, which makes the magic happen. So join Cubby in making travel easy, comfortable, safe, convenient. So go unbagged with Cubby. Have a good evening. I'm now open for questions. Thank you.
All right, starting now. Q&A.
So Sangeeta, this is George Brody. Quick question for you. You haven't provided any projections for how going out. So if you were to be able to cover all the US major cities, what kind of revenues would you be making at that point?
Hi, George. Yes, we are currently at 11 cities, and we are projecting to, we were projecting to be across major city at the end of this year, but of course COVID happened. And so we are projecting by 2021 at least to be at major cities across the nation. And hopefully by 2021 we have we want to be at least $100,000. We're projecting it to be, since travel is also projected to increase in 2021.
$100,000 in revenue?
Revenue, yes, sir.
Okay. And you're asking for $100,000 for the company, 20%.
In exchange of 20% of equity.
You would be able to acquire the customers in major cities using that $100,000 for TiE?
Yes, we want to be across major cities, and our customer acquisition is not big, and so we will be, and we do not own any assets. We don't have any infrastructure, which are usually the pulling points for in terms of revenue. In terms of the margin, and so that helps us a lot.
Yeah, if there are other questions, so I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you.
Thank you, George.
Go ahead, Valerie.
This is something that I was a little I had to stop and think about this because I don't run into this situation very often, but the times that I have when we were in one of these situations that you described, when we were dragging our bags around, I finally got on board with it, and after reading and seeing the rest of your presentation, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. My only, I don't think it's a concern. I think it is, if talking about exit strategy, and you always begin with the end in mind, are you building this to be acquired? Because it seems like something that would be juicy for a number of companies who have the space and would love to get people in their doors.
As much as, thank you for the question, Valerie. First, as much as I love this company, I do have the exit. I mean, I would like to see the company grow, and the resource we have here, or the local network which we're creating among local businesses across the nation, is huge, and the possibilities with them is also tremendous, including last mile delivery and whatnot. Like we can probably Amazon or anybody of that sort, or it could be used. It's just tremendous. The possibilities are endless. And so if time comes and we do have the right partnership or acquisition, we are ready for that, yes.
Sangeeta, great idea. This is Harjot here.
Hi, Harjot.
Question. One is, what is is $3 enough for a shopkeeper to hold a bag? Is that enough interest?
So, yes, sir. So to start off, it is definitely cheaper. We want it to be cheaper than the regular storage model. So if in this scenario, if you, the customers, let's talk about the customers who face this. So if you check out, let me give you an example to make it more relevant. If you're in Dallas for a conference and you have the entire day left, so you're traveling to Fort Worth and you've checked out already from your hotel, you don't want to pay another day just to hold your luggage.
My question was for the shopkeeper to hold the luggage, because you're splitting the commission half for 6, right?
Yes, sir.
So
if the space that we use is actually unused, so we are actually generating extra revenue.
Okay, got it.
We split it equally, and it's not just one bag. We see multi-day storage, so it's not just one day. It's usually acquired for more than one day. And we've seen customers using us for more number of bags. So every bag is charged $5.90, and they also store it for a number of days.
What is your margin per bag, Sangeeta? After you have to pay the app store and everybody.
We don't have an app yet, but we only spend on marketing and our ads. So we have.
How are you collecting the payments then? Online?
It's all through Stripe, yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
We have a good margin there.
Okay, got it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So judges, we're gonna leave you some times to, I will show you right away the screen. Monitoring.
There you go.
So this is what we have. And every time the judge submit a response, we have a little yes, like Valerie just finished.
That's because I memorized your presentations, so I can look at the form and listen to you and remember all those pictures going by that you did so well on. So.
Perhaps during the intermission time, Sanjukta, you can show the audience the criteria that we use. The 7 points that, 7 or 8 points that we have. idea, the business proposition, viability, financials, and so on and so forth.
All right, so Sanju, are you ready?
Waiting
We're
for her.
almost done. We have one more answer and we're ready to go. Just to make sure we stay on track. We're a little bit behind.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and
All
start
right, we
with
can start
for
now.
solution. Okay, this is Euphoria Solutions.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, TiE Dallas, for providing me with this opportunity. My name is Gina Rungbo, and I'm going to be talking about Sign-In Online. Sign-In Online is a completely independent pre-screening system for businesses to utilize for the safety of their employees and customers. So, due to COVID-19, as I'm sure many of you are well aware, businesses that have had customers entering and exiting frequently are left with the dilemma of protecting themselves and their customers from contracting the coronavirus. The old process of individually screening customers face-to-face is extremely risky for the customer as well as the employee conducting said questionnaire, and the back and forth exchange of paper questionnaires, pens, tablets, etc. is still another liability for both the customer as well as the business. Taking all of these factors into consideration, we have developed an app that confronts these problems head-on. This app allows businesses and customers to come in contact only after the screening is completed through a completely contactless system. Individual customers will be using their own cellular devices, while businesses use the app either through a handheld device or online. The completely virtual system is based on a QR code and appointment system, allowing customers to scan said code and then be automatically directed to the screening questionnaire. Once submitted, the business is able to remotely view and either accept or decline entrance based on the survey responses. The app also gives businesses the ability to digitally keep track of questionnaire responses as well as any individual's temperature. So, in the unfortunate case that someone tests positive, it is extremely easy to conduct contact tracing with zero location tracking. Using the system, both customers and employees can easily feel reassured that said business is taking their health and well-being seriously. Currently, there are over 600 million businesses worldwide, and about 150 plus million of those could benefit from using Sign-In Online. We are looking at 5% of the available market. So now I'll proceed to go into more depth regarding the flow of our solution. So there are two methods by which a customer can receive a COVID-19 questionnaire, either through a link sent in an appointment or the customer scans that business-specific QR code. So customers here receive a link via SMS from which they can proceed on to the questionnaire, or by scanning the QR code, they can also arrive at the same questionnaire. Businesses will receive an immediate notification for the requested entry, and the clock clearly illustrates through color coding if there are any red flags that need reviewing before a customer is admitted. This is all not only possible on the app, but also on the web app. During the check-in process, businesses will also have the opportunity to record an individual's temperature. The app will then show both on the mobile and web that the customer is checked in and or rejected with the reason for rejection included. We currently charge a monthly subscription per each business location with an average monthly subscription fee of $30. We are planning to aggressively market on social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, as well as email campaigns. We are also working on establishing a partnership with major industry associations. We are also working on integrating our solution with leading EMR solutions. Now I'm going to shift to discussing our competitors. As you can see, Sign-In Online is the only solution with a completely contactless check-in process at such an affordable price. Our competitive advantage lies in being the first to market, contact tracing, and a wide range of usage in different types of businesses. Our team consists of myself and my father, Amol, who has been mentoring and guiding me through this process, as well as taking care of the technological aspects of our solution. Our solution was recently featured on the NBC5 Evening News, as well as articles on Dental Tribune International and MSN News. Here are some of our user testimonials. We are looking to raise $50,000 for 12 months financing to reach 3,000 customers. Thank you all for listening to our presentation, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you all might have. Good evening, everyone.
Okay. Excellent presentation. So just wanted to ask a quick question, not related directly to your presentation here, it's from your executive summary. You gave a projection of expenses and revenues, which was, I appreciated a lot. Based on that, you said it's a burn rate of $2K per month is what you're burning currently. And you were projecting to spend about $75,000 by the end of this year. I was kind of disconnected there, maybe unless there's some other expenses that are not included. So
right. So, so George, thanks for the question. So the current burn rate is 2,000, but the majority of the projected expense is towards customer acquisition. So at the initial first 12 months, we are looking around little over $30 per customer acquisition.
okay, so that's the missing projection that I missed on that one.
Right.
Can I have one more question? Is
Sure.
mostly to do with the temperature capture. In an enterprise, in a store, they can do that for sure. They can capture that. But if you're self-checking in, is that an honor system? Do you measure your own temperature and enter that?
Right. So for the enterprise, there is a separate flow wherein the employee have to enter their employee number or a mobile number that validates whether it's an authorized user, and then they they take the temperature and then they enter in the system, and then they answer the standard CDC recommended guideline questions. And if any of those questions or the temperature is above the minimum level, then it redirects them to the HR or to somebody who they need to report. So that all is done via SMS messages.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Question?
Yes, Valerie.
Observation. One of the things that is in the presentation but is not emphasized is contact tracing without location. This is huge because I know that a number of countries was reported in South Korea that they missed some big outbreaks because the people that had been in, gentlemen who had been in gay bars did not want to tell people where they were. And this would enable people to prove that without giving a location, you could do contact tracing. That just popped into my head when I saw it immediately, because that's a big problem.
Correct. So when we were designing the solution, that was very important because based on the guidelines, Apple and Google, they had mandated that the location tracing would be only allowed for one company by country. So so we had to make sure that the solution that we provide doesn't track the people where they are, but once they visit, then it becomes very easy because everything is digitized. So in an unfortunate event, if somebody goes to a business location, it becomes very easy and quick for the business to pull out all the customers who were around that time who were in the facility, so that they can be communicated and informed.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is Harjot here. Just in the last couple of weeks, my kids have been to a doctor. I've been to CVS to get a vaccine, been to the dentist, been to some offices, and all of them already have the system in place. So I'm wondering if you're a bit too late, and the barrier to entry is pretty low. And in fact, one of our companies, which makes software for school districts, we've already sold it and it's already implemented, right? So my question is, are you a bit too late to the party?
Well, the current solution that are out there, there are two ways. One is, either let's talk about the healthcare, right? Either they are sending the questionnaire via the appointment reminder service.
Mm-hmm.
So once the so most of the time we have seen, patients either forget or don't complete it, and they show up at the facility, and then either they are handed a paper questionnaire which they have to fill it in, and then so it becomes a paper trail that they have to keep track. So somebody has to give them a paper, somebody has to. So we are eliminating that aspect, and also because we have a QR code solution as well. So in case when we send out a SMS and they don't answer when they come in, they still are outside, scan it, and also today what happens is some employee has to come out to fetch their customers. So with our solution, it's all automatic using the SMS. So whenever they are ready to let a particular customer in, the system sends them a message for them to come in. So we're trying to keep everything digitized, so there's less physical interaction between the employee and the customer before they are completely screened.
Okay, thank you very much, Amal, for your answers.
Thank you.
Judges, whenever you're ready, done scoring. We'll move on.
Thank you. We cannot hear you. We hear you like very, very far.
Oh, you guys hear me? Can't hear me?
It's a little feeble. You need to either come close to the mic or speak louder.
What about now?
A little better.
Better?
A little better.
Okay. Judges, whenever you're ready, done scoring, we'll move on to the next company.
During the meantime, while we are waiting, perhaps Gordon or Paul can chime in and just talk about the criteria we use. I know we have a 7-point, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 criteria: value creation, global market opportunity, competitive advantage, operational and technical viability, management team capability, exit strategy, presentation quality, executive summary. Those are the criteria for those of you in the audience that are watching. That is being used as a set of criteria to use.
Our judges are done, so we can go to the participant.
So this is just a criteria about here that Ram was just talking about earlier.
There you go.
So that's that. And now we'll go ahead with Rex Academy.
This is Principal Smith. He realizes the importance of technology and wants to bring world-class curriculum to his school. However, Principal Smith does not have enough qualified teachers to teach computer science. So he asks one of his math teachers, Mr. Jenkins, to teach technology and computer science. What Mr. Jenkins quickly realizes is that he doesn't have any curriculum, doesn't have the time to build curriculum, and that as the only computer science teacher in the school, there isn't anyone he can turn to for help. To be an effective teacher, he needs all these things provided for him. That's where Rex Academy comes in. My name is Tapu Ahmed. I am the Director of Curriculum here at Rex Academy. This story is also my story because I was a computer science teacher for a long time, and I spent too much of my time building curriculum, which took time away from my kids because I was spending way too much time worrying about creating assessments and standards rather than engaging with the students. Rex Academy tackles these issues in 2 successive steps. First, we have built the most comprehensive technology curriculum available for all ages from K through college. We take on the task of building effective materials that are standards aligned and with a track record of success. Based on industry demands, we have created special pathways starting in high school and all the way to college so that students can earn certifications to jumpstart their careers. The other big thing is our technology learning management system. CLP is extremely fluid. each unit having labs, projects, and quizzes that are laid out seamlessly and very easy to use for students. Whether you're a visual learner, auditory learner, or kinesthetic learner, all styles have been considered when building REC's curriculum. Teachers also have the option of teaching the class remotely over Microsoft Teams, which is directly embedded into the CLP.
Hello, I'm Stan Page, Senior Vice President for Sales here at Rex Academy. I have been in the business of education for over 35 years, having worked for companies such as 3M, Apple, and Pearson Digital. Our business model is a subscription model based upon the academic year with an annual renewal. Parents can also enroll students in weekend classes. The global online market is projected to grow up to $133 billion US by 2023. The U.S. market is strong as the need for CST curriculum grows. The current K-12 market is projected at $5 billion US by 2022, while the workforce development area should grow due to corporate downsizing. The market is projected to be approximately $30 billion by the end of 2023. K-12 growth will also be driven by the purchase of more laptop technology to deliver online, self-paced learning experiences. Schools will need more robust curriculum in the K-3 area due to limited digital resources. This is a solid opportunity to embed CST curriculum. Our go-to-market strategy will be based upon the fact that the market is segmented by grade levels, each of which has different needs and different price points of entry. K3 will be a buy-in strategy, and price will increase as we move up the food chain. The REC's distribution coverage will be based upon a blending of commission-based inside and outside sales teams and hiring channel partners. Securing partnership arrangements with K-12 publishers who wish to enhance or expand their product portfolio will be pursued. This could be based upon offering the curriculum only, LMS only, or both. REX will take a favored approach in bringing on advisory board members who have a strong working relationship with industry groups such as the Council of Great City Schools. Customer facing will be enhanced by an improved website, educator and student testimonials, and weekly CEO blogs. Revenue to date has been hampered by the virus situation in the U.S. However, conversations are ongoing with potential customers. The state of Mississippi is one of the major opportunities.
Hello, I'm Sandy Padala, Rex Academy CEO and founder. My son wanted to learn coding since he was 6, but I could not find any program of good quality. So I started teaching CS to my kids along with few other kids from 2015 to December 2017. In 2018, I started working full-time on my business with my own physical location and partnerships with local private schools and organizations like YMCA for after-school programs. In December 2019, I pivoted to the current SaaS platform with curriculum to address the market's needs globally. Our main competitors in this field are CodeHS, Code.org, Learn.com, and CompuScholar. Some features that differentiates us are our curriculum has interactive simulations and animations. We have 5 career-focused pathways for high schoolers: cybersecurity, AI, networking, web and software development. All these pathways prepare them for several industry standard certifications. AI on our platform learns about the student and identifies their learning style, enabling us to present the content in the right learning format. This is a huge data play in the long run. Our platform has online lab environment for topics like cybersecurity, where schools do not have to worry about setting up lab environment for students to practice different tools. The Microsoft Startup Programs has invested $200K in us. We are raising $1.4 million in seed round as a convertible note. We are going to use the funds raised to add AI and marketplace to the platform, as well as enhancing our current curriculum and building new K-5 curriculum. Also, we will increase our marketing and sales efforts to fuel our growth. We have an extremely strong pipeline right now, and we are growing faster than ever with our new model. Help me raise funds to fuel the growth. Rex Academy is an innovator in this field and is committed to providing the best curriculum for today's and future learners. Thank you for allowing us to tell you our story. I hope you join us on this incredible journey.
Wow, I really like the video.
So can we start the question?
Go ahead.
Okay. So Cynthia, again, congratulations on growing this company. When I think, when I met you the first time, you were actually struggling with your son wanting to learn coding. You've taken it from there to this level. It's pretty impressive. So the question I have is, doesn't come in this presentation again. It's a financial question. You're raising $1.4 million at this point in time, and your projections show a hockey stick in pretty quick towards the next 4 years, growing a significant amount of revenue. So first question is, when are you planning to be cash flow positive, and when are you raising your Series A in that hockey stick plan?
So as of now, like based on the pipeline that we have, it's pretty good. But just to be conservative, we have put the projections as 2.5 million for next year, because we're gonna have 6 salespeople, though each one has 800K for their target. But just to be, because of COVID, we are not able to contact schools because they have other problems to deal with. So we put 250K per salesperson. To answer your question, why the hockey stick is because of that, because I reduced the normal projections to 2.5 million next year. And so this is going to be seed round. It's Series A. I'm going to raise in, so I have to close this round by end of this year. And Series A, I'm going to start Jan of 2022.
Okay, thanks.
Valerie here. Thank you. I really enjoyed that. I like this concept a lot. I have actually my youngest teaches in a private school system in Austin, Texas, that's regional, and teaches coding. So I understand this pain that you are under a lot, and definitely it's a needed product. It looks like you've got a lot of your ducks in a row, and you're early on, and you've got a great stable of people that know how to get to the money people, the money decision makers in those school systems. So I applaud you for that. Very interesting, very needed.
Thank you.
Sandhya, I think you've got a great idea, and you're executing on the idea very well. So congratulations. You built a good team, good sales team. I sell a lot. I've got a couple of companies in the K through 12 space. So I know how difficult it is. My question to you is, who's your customer? Who are you selling to?
So Denton ISD, the CS department head, she pays our invoice.
Okay, but in future, who will be your customer? Do you have to go through school district to school district? I know you're trying at Mississippi.
I mean, we have, like, as I'm mentioning, the pipeline is coming from all over the place. We have, like, as Stan mentioned in the call, like Mississippi State, we have a pretty good deal that's gonna might happen very soon. So we are getting customers, and we have workforce development too. We are getting, Mississippi State is workforce development. We have another strong client in workforce development. I mean, K-12 is something close to my heart. Like, that's where I started. But my background is, since it's all IT world, I can easily, we have very good product that we switch between two.
Well, money making is different, right? So I'm trying to understand what is your financial.
We have to be specific to the question, please, if you don't mind. We are gone past the time that we had for you, so just watch that, okay?
It's, right.
That's fine. Go ahead and finish that answer.
Your ideas are great. I just want to know
Yeah, K-12 is going to be your intentional focus.
Who is it? School district, school superintendent, curriculum superintendent?
Curriculum director, computer science head.
Okay. Do you know pricing? Is it $5 per student?
It varies per grade. Like for high school, list price is $170 per student per 6 months long course.
That was what I was looking for. All right. Okay. Thank you much.
All right.
So do we have any time for any questions, Sophie? I think we are past. Anybody want to squeeze in 5 seconds?
Too late. I'm done.
That's great. You've got salespeople from Pearson, so it'll be very helpful to you.
Thank you, Sandhya.
Thank you.
We're just waiting on the judges to finish.
Hey, your voice is really feeble, Sanjukta.
I think I have to talk up here. Okay. Waiting for 2 more judges to finish scoring, so
okay,
we're almost done.
Also, for anyone else, if you have any question, please use the group chat. On the bottom of your screen, you have access to the group chat. So you can post your questions here anytime. It can help the judges, and we can ask also the company maybe at the end of the event. So don't hesitate to use the group chat.
The future of shopping has arrived, and we make it easy for brands to rise up to the occasion. Hello, I'm Tina Mani, the CEO and founder of Buying Fred. Recently, more and more people have been adopting digital transactions, including an older audience, people who don't use menus very easily, and also people who go to stores and they're asked to check before they come to the store or pick up the items later. So this means that the shopping interface now has to be really simple, almost human-like. So take a look at this. This is what we have built, a natural, rich, and multilingual interface where you can speak, you can browse products, you can record a message, and you can also interact interestingly with the brand. And the second part of it is a learning engine called Aura, which understands the customer just like a real human being in real time while the person is looking at products and responds within just 1/5 of a second of the interaction with the right products. So it's simple and relevant. Now we want this experience to be available everywhere. So Google Assistants are available on more than 1 billion devices, including your TV, your phone, your wearables, everything pretty much. So the best way to have a very rich interface and which is very intelligent across a multitude of devices, whether it's the customer's personal device or something that is powered by the store, is what we've built. Now, let me show you a demo. And what I'll show you here is a recording of the conversational experience. And along with that, I also captured a screen where it records the learning of our deep learning engine Aura. So I'd like to show you that while I browse through using voice, how Aura learns my taste and response. Some red dresses. So I asked for red dresses, and immediately my category, gender, and all the attributes related to that. Some matching dresses for you. select a product or continue with choices below. So as you see, I'm either a girl or a woman. Select the first one. Now when I selected one dress here, there are many attributes associated with it, including the sleeves and location. So all this is learned in real time while I'm browsing. Show me similar products. So cutting the demo short because of lack of time, what we have is a search for products, recommendations, adding to wish list, and even checking out. So that is the whole gamut of experiences. Now here's a quick example of a omni-channel experience where a customer can start the journey from home by shortlisting products, receive a token for an appointment, and go to the store, pick it up, and come back. Similarly, a customer who's starting their journey in the store and doesn't have an app installed or doesn't know about this voice product can see this at the store, do the same thing, shortlist the products, receive a token, and quickly go and pick up the products. The store assistant has also been given a voice-powered product so that he can work hands-free to receive orders, locate products, and find out more product details. And this experience can seamlessly be transferred from the in-store device to your personal device. So in the competitive landscape, we have marked ourselves against the personalization players, and we are very strong as good as Dynamic Yield in the personalization space, where we learn in real time and respond right there. Dynamic Yield was bought by McDonald's. Interestingly, McDonald's also bought another voice company, and they're using the combination of Dynamic Yield and the other company to power their drive-through kiosks. The purchase was for $500 million. There are other players who are pure play voice players, but we rate ourselves higher in terms of the learning engine. And we believe that the combination of these two would be the success factors. So we are looking at a market size of about $7.5 billion across 3 different market segments. So one is the retail store chains that have more than 25 stores. One is the large enterprises that have more than 50 million online revenue. And then there's the long tail of e-commerce platforms. So we are looking at 10,000 stores and 450 online businesses in 5 years. And we'll do this using enterprise sales led by somebody in the region and backed by India team, as well as a secondary model of apps, simple conversational, interesting apps that can be put out on Play Stores. So we are raising $1.525 million to get to $4 million ARR. We will break even within the second year, and we are planning to use this to grow our core team, split out the customer integrations team, and set up regional sales in different parts of the globe. Our product is very applicable to any vertical because our engine learns without being hard-coded. So we can do this in the healthcare domain, education, travel, media, anything. While the business plan that you're seeing is based on just retail. So our journey has been interesting. We started in 2015. We've been developing various customer experience products along the way. Last year in 2019, we built our AI learning engine Aura. And we've been with brands like Tanishq for more than a year, and we have improved the conversion rates drastically, especially for the first-time visitors. We have also now gone live with voice commerce in a few store chains, and we're in advanced stages of discussions with partners as well as companies. My background is I graduated from UT Dallas in 1995. I joined Nortel. I was part of the first team that built your 3G core network there. Moved back to India in 2005, and I launched the 3G data here in India for the first time. I have been in various verticals, as you see. I also started another consumer-facing startup in 2012. My partner Jisha, she's a master's in data science and has written several publications. We've just signed up Shuchi for marketing, and John Cook is our first angel investor who's on the board of our company. So welcome to the future of digital interactions, and I look forward to partnering with you. Thank you.
Again, good presentation, Tina. And I think I understand who your first markets are. It's the retail customers is where you're going. And in that case, I have two questions. One is, who is your customer in the retail space? Is this the big stores, the CIOs? Who do you deal with?
Yes. In the large retail stores, we will be talking to the CMOs as well as the CIOs. Just because there are two aspects to the platform. One is the marketing aspect, which is in customer acquisition play, and the other one is the sort of experience play. So because of that, it will apply to both the verticals.
Cool. I also noticed that you have Indian brands that you're selling to. So the language, are you offering this voice service in the regional language?
Yes, right now we are offering it in Hindi as well, and adding a new language is only about 3 weeks time. So currently Hindi and English is supported.
Got it. Thanks.
Valerie, you're on mute. Valerie, you're on mute.
Got it. All right. I couldn't see myself to unmute myself. Technical difficulties. Well, this is not a technically it's on the back end, looks like technically difficult, but on the front end, it looks much needed. Definitely experienced this in my international living and working, and a number of people, like my adopted daughter from the Dominican Republic, does much better if it's in pictures. Definitely. She's an adult now. So, but yeah, she's not a native English reader. So this has legs, definitely. It seems like you would have much more adoption rapidly overseas. I realize you're here, and maybe that's why you're starting here. Is that why? Yeah, but you've got legs in India too.
Yes, because we have legs in India, we have access to a really very strong talent pool. Especially right now, the entrepreneurial ecosystem has evolved largely, and there are a lot of people who've done startups, for the last 3-4 years. So I have access to a lot of people who have great talent, and I almost get like 50 job applications every day for AI.
That's great.
Yeah, I think you've got a great idea over here that you're executing on. Personally, I don't like talking to my machines, but there are the next generation of kids that are coming along who are quite comfortable with that.
Our goal is to make it interesting for you to talk to your machines and valuable as well.
I'm not sure my wife would like that, but she'd think I'm crazy. My concerns and questions lie around. I worked for a supply chain company called i2 Technologies. Now it's called Blue Yonder, and they've acquired a lot of AI-based companies to manage supply chains. So your bigger challenge, retailers are very tight on money, and Ram will tell you that. So your challenge would be to probably, instead of going one retailer at a time, finding a channel or a partnership to really grow faster than doing it one by one. So yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
So we want to tie up with marketing agencies because retailers are always looking for customer acquisition. And typically in my web personalization product, we found out that retailers are willing to spend much less on conversions on the website compared to new user acquisition. So we believe that the budget would be mostly with the marketing agencies. And we go to them to offer this product as a customer acquisition product to get sort of into the business first. And once the business starts seeing the value and they start seeing that people are offering, they're able to acquire customers who are actually converting, then they'd be open to putting this up into their stores or their websites. That's sort of like come from outside into the business.
So marketing agencies is the channel that you're going to look at.
Yeah. That's one channel, and the other channel is the e-commerce platforms. So for example, Salesforce Marketplace has the ability to have apps in their app store marketplace. So we'll put out simple apps that do surveys or quizzes and stuff like that, that businesses would come and look for and install. And once we're in, again, it'll be a matter of farming the account.
Yeah. I have some connection with Magento at some point. Just drop me a connection. I'll see.
Very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you, Tina.
Just one quick comment. I have a client that does things at Walmart. Signed a big contract with them for a translation service, not an app, translation service. So I know they're interested in this type of thing. So we can talk offline.
Sure. Thank you very much.
All right.
I've also been in talks with Walmart Labs in India, actually, and they were discussing a co-innovation with us because we are able to gather automatic intelligence across many verticals, and they find that it's a challenge to convert their catalogs into a personalized experience. We are actually in discussions with them in India currently.
All right.
Okay.
Judges,
So ready?
scores. Just
Tina, thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tina. Okay, that's the last one, right?
we're just waiting for 2 more.
Yeah, no, I mean the presentation, this is the last one.
Yes. Next one is data ready DFW.
By Angel Door, okay.
Okay.
And we're ready.
Nice.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Angel Durr, and I'm excited to be participating in this pitch contest. I am joining the pitch contest on behalf of my new venture, SCUR. I'm pretty excited about it. So first, I'll just introduce myself. My name is Dr. Angel Durr. I'm a data scientist. I'm also a mom, as well as a founder and a tech innovator, always looking for ways to improve technology and make our lives better, especially as it now currently relates to the K-12 space, because I'm sure, as you can imagine, that is a space right now that is in desperate need of innovation. And so the idea from SCUR just came from being a mom and a parent, and one fateful day in which I gave my 6-year-old then daughter $20 to go home, back to school with for a field trip. And that sounds like, you know, not that weird or whatever, but it was in 2020. And so I sent my child home back to school with $20. And at her age, I felt like that was super overwhelming. I contacted her teacher and found out that she couldn't handle money. And I was just really shocked overall to find out the entire field trip process was still being done as it had been done when I myself was a child. So nothing literally has changed in that environment, which is pretty terrifying as we approach a post-COVID school situation in which we don't want to have too much paper, you know, being passed around from place to place. We don't want to handle money where possible. So many things are just kind of seen as sort of unsafe and if unnecessary right now. And so we're trying to take precautions where we can. And so that's where the idea from SCUR came in, among other things. And so the intention here is to create essentially a matching service for both schools as well as the small to large, as well as nonprofit businesses who have educational experiences. So when we say field trip, we think of educational experiences because of the fact that now we're doing a lot of that virtually, what we would have done in a traditional classroom. So both face-to-face and virtual educational experiences are available on SCUR in a filterable way that is driven by AI and machine learning in order to give people what they need from technology so that they can find the right opportunities for their groups of students. The focus of SCUR is on groups of students and trying to find the right educational experiences for those students. And so that's what we're doing here at SCUR. And I'm super excited to be bringing this here to you because I know that there are many of you here that are in fact women. And so I'm sure you've been directly impacted by what's going on. And your student is sitting in a classroom probably right now, virtually or face-to-face, and trying to find, the regular things they're used to where they can. And one of those things probably missing from their experiences is field trips right now. And so SCUR is being developed in a way where we do allow you to find both face-to-face and virtual group educational experiences while also providing the filter results and ability to really define and refine those results to get exactly what you need for your students. So if you have special needs students or students of different ages or physical abilities, that's not a concern when you're looking on SCUR. And then on top of it, you then will instantly book your educational experience as you would on Airbnb. So for education administrators, this is a game changer because no longer are you hunting and pecking for field trips, but now you have instant access to opportunities right at your fingertips, and probably opportunities you didn't even know existed. Our goal with SCUR is to bring in organizations that maybe have never engaged with students at all, especially in the larger for-profit space, by opening them up to the ability to easily connect with K through 12, where they can have students come in and see exactly what they do on a regular basis. The point of SCUR is not to make $1 bajillion. It's to provide an opportunity for these two groups to engage that have never had direct access to each other before easily. And we're providing that through SCUR. And so for a corporation like a Amazon or a Microsoft, you can bring a group of students in and have us easily book the experience through the site. And then for the parents on the back end, you sign your permission slips virtually through either an app or a web interface, depending on what you choose. You can pay for any field trips, handle any background checks that have to be done, sign up to chaperone. Everything's all done through this one seamless integrated SaaS product that for the businesses as well gives them insight into who the people are that they've booked with, who's had educational experiences, what those people look like. So there's also a SaaS platform built into this that for the business owners will also double as a CRM system. So they can actually manage the people that come in and out of their educational experiences and see who's booked with them, manage their finances, do anything they need to do. So for small businesses especially, this is very attractive because now they have insight not only into their business operations, but they can actually better market and target audiences depending on who's booking with them. So the point of the system is to be completely integrated. So your experience is going to vary depending on how much money you have to spend. And so for nonprofits, our goal is for them to spend as little as possible. For for-profits to, as the larger they are, the more they will spend is how we're doing this model, which is a little unique in this space. But I think it's the way to go post-COVID for sure, because it's going to be dependent on the number of users. So at certain levels, you'll have a certain number of users that can use it. But the goal is not to make $1 bajillion, but to charge a percentage of every ticket sale that goes through the site. And then if it's a free ticket, you don't pay anything. So we'll have free educational experiences as well. But being a data scientist myself, I know that data and AI and machine learning is the future. So we're harnessing the power of that to drive everything we're doing. So it's pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited to be here. As an Afro-Hispanic woman and neurodiverse individual, you don't see many founders like me running around. So I'm excited to be considered and participating in this. And I'm really hopeful that SCUR will really kind of change the game from a field trip perspective. And our goal with SCUR is to make field trips fun again for everybody, including the adults. So that feeling that you had as a kid when you went on a field trip is something we want you to have every single time you use our site. So I'm Dr. Angel Durr. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Angel.
Thank you.
Start the questions.
Yeah, Angel, this is George Brody. Took a question and a suggestion. The question is, you didn't mention if you're raising any money. And if so, how much are you trying to raise to get this off the ground?
Yeah, so we're a little different in that we're a nonprofit fundraising, so we don't really have a lot of, examples to go after as far as how fundraising for something like this would work in the K through 12 space. But our goal initially is to raise $100,000 in seed funding initially to finish up our prototype, work on our marketing, and try to really focus on getting our product adopted across the country. We have a lot of we've already infiltrated Dallas pretty well, but we really want to focus on trying to integrate nationally with that funding too and start a crowdfunding campaign.
Yeah, that dovetails into my suggestion. My wife and I have a fund at the Communities Foundation of Texas, CFT, and they have every year an event, which is this year is too late for you. It's on September 11th, which is called Freedom Day. They bring in employees from different companies, entrepreneurs, all volunteer their teams to them. And what I've seen missing is usually the schools being brought in to that whole Freedom Day experience. So I think it looks like it's a very nice dovetailing opportunity for you. They even would fund you for some of their activities. So that would be a good place. If you're offline, you can talk to me. I'll put you in contact with the contacts I have over there. I think it looks like a perfect
Yeah, and Dallas ISD is already on board to be one of our demo ISDs, so that would be a perfect partnership.
Yeah. So email me offline and I will connect you.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Dr. Dur. This is Valerie Riefenstahl, and I was impressed with this because I took 7 years off from my corporate and entrepreneurial when my children were small to teach school. So I actually taught Grapevine, Colleyville, 7 years as the Spanish and computer science, not curriculum, and a business teacher. Field trips are a booger, and recently when my dad was confined to a wheelchair, I discovered that traveling or doing anything with youngsters or adults that have other needs than just able-bodied jump up and down curbs and stuff is challenging. I see a big market for you to with that whole market. You may already be, and we can talk.
Oh yeah, girl, I am. ADA is a big focus of this. We really think that that's definitely something that's missing for sure from the educational field trip market. There's not really a lot of consideration for different needs or abilities in terms of how people can get around and access. And so we want that to be a big focus.
Dr. Dur, who is your customer? Is it the school district or are these the businesses?
So they're actually, it's both. So the schools are our customers as well as, so we have different interfaces depending on who you are, just like Airbnb would. So if you're a person on Airbnb who has an Airbnb, you see a different interface than if you're booking through Airbnb. So it'd be the same with us. You would see a different interface as an educator than you would see if you're coming in as a business owner or as a parent. And so you pick which one you want to come in as when you log in, and then you'll come in as that way, just in case you have multiple ones, because you might be a parent, but you might also be a teacher. So we want to make sure we take care of those people too. Right.
So what is Dallas ISD paying you, or what have you proposed in terms of monetizing?
Dallas ISD will be one of our first members. So essentially it's going to be a subscription model for the schools as well as the businesses, where they'll be paying essentially a monthly subscription cost based on the number of users who will be engaging with the product. So the larger the ISD, the more the monthly subscription is, but it's still a pretty affordable subscription model. We're looking at about $20 to $30 a school starting out for our early adopters for just like a small to mid-sized school, and then going up to about $75 for like a really big, like level 5, I think, is it 5A school.
Okay. And will you be getting the student information from the SIS or?
So the goal there is to have the parents sign up, and so the way we look at it is we look at it through doing a QR code kind of a sign up, where the teacher will give them a QR code in order to sign up for whatever the specific field trip is, and then once they get the QR code, they can create their login, and it can be whatever they want it to be with their username and their password, and it'll automatically connect them to that trip. So they'll be able to go in there and sign any of their field trip forms, pay for it, do anything like that, communicate logistics around the trip. All of that will be like a little interface they'll see as the person participating on the trip, like what you would see if you were booking an Airbnb.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Again, you know, the judges, if you have more questions, you can always contact Angel, you know, after the event. It's time for the judges to go in the breakout room.
Yeah, so wow. So what we are going to go do now is deliberate a little bit and go into a breakout room separately. Judges and I and a couple of others here will do that. Meanwhile, if Sanjukta and Sophie, if you can keep the audience engaged and tell them about TiE and the great organization we are and the kinds of programs we have on how they can be engaged and encourage them to become members and be associated with the organization. So what I'm going to do is there is a room called the judging room into which I'm going to admit, actually you're all already allowed to go into that room. Valerie, Harjot, George, Gordon, and Paul. We're all going to go to that room, spend a few minutes, take a look at all the results and come back. Okay, so just hang tight and we'll be back. So you all know how to join that room, right? Harjot, George, Valerie, Gordon, and Paul. Got it?
I think Gordon already left.
Yeah, a couple of them are already there. So I'm going to go there now.
All right, I think they are all there.
Yeah. Okay. How do you guys feel? Feel good about your pitch, your question and answers?
Yeah, super good. It was, sorry, go ahead. Yeah, it was I mean, it was good. I like the format. I like to see my pitch without being attached, without being inside it. So I can see some corrections that I can do.
Like, actually, I really like the idea of pre-recording it and watching it. It takes off your stress also while you're attending it.
Right, that as well. Yeah. So Sanju, can we network now? I have some questions for Tina.
Like exchange emails,
Sure.
exchange numbers, phone numbers, anything. And after this, we'll send back like all the emails from the judges and like more important people, and we'll send it to each other so that way you guys have those important information too.
Sanju, we don't hear you very well. I don't know why. At the beginning, we could hear you better than that.
Oh.
Sometimes your mic switches. Mine does that all the time. It'll switch to the other mic. So you might want to check and see what mic you're defaulted to if that happens.
Yeah, I think she's defaulted to her headsets or something.
Yeah. Mine always does that whenever I like try to come back after I'm muted. It'll do that randomly.
Well, I said that we're gonna send out the judges' emails some like after the pitch, just for like feedback and everything. So that way you guys have that credentials as well.
Yeah, they can be very helpful. And the audience, like, do you have any questions for our participants? Anything?
Guys, this is Vandana, and you were all excellent. Congratulations. I think you all are winner from my side. Everyone did very, very good. So congratulations, and it doesn't matter who wins or what, but everybody's product was good, very well presented, and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank you, Vandana.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Vandana. So I have a question, maybe Dr. Dur or Tina or any AI experts here. So I'm looking to bring on like a vendor who can help me with that. So, but not too expensive. I'm on a startup budget. So, do you guys have any ideas?
I'm really happy to float it into my network. If you like, Sandhya, just send me the details.
Okay, yeah, that'll be great. Yeah, I think I'm connected to you on LinkedIn. I'll send a note.
And what was your question was around AI in terms of what? You're trying to do what with it? Can you ask that question one more time? I didn't hear.
I'm looking for a like a subject matter expert to first
Yeah, no, it's delightful. That's what I say. He goes, who are all these people? I said, Sophie vouches for all of them, so we're good. And he's like, oh, no, we're collectors of entrepreneurs and just right. So Sophie can tell you this. I mean,
yeah, he's got a standing invitation for me to go to one of his judging days, I guess.
Excellent, because don't say that because he will recruit you. I mean, I watched him this year. Right as COVID hit, they had the culmination of his Neely Associates, which is an internal to the MBA program, consulting program. These are like their clients are Lockheed Martin and Pepsi and stuff like that. And he, before they present to those boards of directors, he has like people like just regular people come in and like give them a feedback and stuff. Well, they couldn't do it in person, so he had 60 people in and the teams, 30 people and the teams in, and he had to figure out how to make breakout rooms and move the teams of students, 4 students, from breakout room to breakout room to do their presentation and get.
Wow. Hey, Paul, are you back? I don't have Gordon on this.
Yeah,
he was
I
there
can.
before.
The answer is not. Don't know where he is.
Oh, okay. I
Whoever's
don't
the
see him on
host
the...
might be able to find him. I sent him a text.
Okay.
I tried calling, but I think we can get through.
Are you able to bring up that sheet and look at it? I think it's pretty straightforward the way lining up, but we can bring it up on share screen and make sure we're all in sync and
Good.
our observations.
So, hi, Paul Lopez from TiE Atlanta, and yes, we were the engineers of your scoring sheet, so hopefully you found that to be productive.
Yes,
excellent. Good? Okay, great. And literally nanoseconds after you entered your scores, we could tell. So we could also tell who had entered scores, but basically about to show you all the data. And before I do that, so because you tend to, it's hard for us to listen when we start to see data, is that it is just formatted in a manner that will make it easy, but all of the information is exactly what you have put in, okay? So there's none of the data has been touched by anybody. It's just put into spreadsheets, calculated, and basically it takes the information. Gordon's about to join, by the way.
Are you sharing the screen, Paul? If you're sharing screen, we're not seeing it.
We're through Stanford. We're through everybody now because of it.
Oh, okay.
It's easy to just click the schools and post the same thing everywhere.
Okay.
And that goes for everybody. I'm always trying to, we do like virtual apprenticeships in my organization. So I'm always pushing to, look at interns and try to help students where possible because they really need support right now in terms of trying to get those skills they need for the workforce.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, for the Rex Academy, I'd like to offer, we have a tool where you can build quizzes by voice. So for example, if you want to do a rapid fire math quiz, right, you can do it on voice, and it's just like a series of questions and multi-choice answers. So you can
that's
build
cool.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to see the demo. And
Sure.
That might be really cool for the little kids right now who have a hard time with like the typing and the clicking. Like they could definitely probably benefit from that.
Right. Also, you don't need to give them a phone, right? They can do it on your Android TV as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they can just sit with you and do it rather than sit on their phone and do a lot of other things as well.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I have a question about the math, I guess, for Rohi, and it's related to education.
But if you wanted to look at it just a little differently, at the portion below here, just try to find a way, the same information is just showed by rank. Gordon, why don't you speak to the bottom part and then we'll
I'll just
concentrate on the top.
scroll up just a little bit so we can see all 6 teams. There you go. So the bottom section takes the weighted average scores from each judge above and then ranks it implicitly. Number 1, so George Brody, 1 through 6. So George Brody's highest score was YFRET. And so it ranks number 1. Second highest score was 7.25 at Rex Academy, number 2, etc. And then we just for giggles and grins, we add across like golf score. The lower score is a better score in theory. A perfect score would be a 3, right? Every judge had the top score for one company, and it would be 1, 1, 1 across here, but that never happens. So any questions?
Interesting.
Yeah. So this one, the weighting is the same for every criteria, right? All of them.
That is correct.
Equally
We
weighted.
left it to every chapter to determine that, but in the case of your chapter, and frankly, almost all chapters, they left all the weighting for the various criteria that you.
At this point, so only the smooth edge is available.
Arohi, this is Vandana. I'm your customer. Like, I have been using your product.
Yeah, hi.
And it's good, and I'll give you a feedback, but it's pretty good, you know.
Thank you so much.
It helps because every day I go to school, and I think that's the, you know, that protects me quite a bit, and that's really high infection area. So we have to be,
yeah,
it's pretty useful.
Oh, I'm so glad. So are you using it when you go to school?
Yeah, I'm using it. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, please let me know like your detailed feedback later. But that's really awesome.
Do you have anything on the website where I can leave a feedback or
Yes,
an email? Okay.
Yes. So on the products page, there's this website form, or you can just email me on the email is also mentioned on the footer of the website.
So maybe if you all use the chat box and post, you know, your website, your contact information for the audience. So if they need to contact you or to look at your website, it would be nice. The judges are almost done. They need just like a couple more minutes.
Arohi, are you selling on Amazon as well? I'm in the process of selling on Amazon. There's a couple of steps. So I'm doing the whole brand registry thing. So it should be there on Amazon in another 3 to 4 weeks.
Thank you for sharing your information. And Sanju, you have them all, right? So we can also maybe send them, you know, in the follow-up email. So.
Although your daughter is not here, it was very.
Yeah, she had a conflict because this was the first week her classes started and she's in person at Northeastern, so that's why she could join in.
That's really cool that she came up with that idea and you're helping her. It's such a nice bonding too.
Yeah, it's I mean it's really nice to see. I mean, you know, all the, you know, Arohi and, you know, everybody presented, and it's great solutions that they have come up with.
Yep. Yeah, I really like Cubby. I mean, some businesses, like after you see why is it not existing, this seems so obvious.
True.
Why isn't there? Like when I was seeing Cubby, I was like, yeah, we need that all the time.
Well, sure, thanks. I feel like have we all met already? I think I'm the newbie to TiE.
No, this is the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for introducing. I think I come from the fun side. All of y'all are education, so I bring in the fun part to the TiE Dallas, and of course, help from Rohi.
Talking about that, so if you want more information about to become a member of TiE Dallas, we have a lot of events all the time. We have mentors. We have a possibility to present for investors. A lot of connections. This is actually the biggest network in the world for entrepreneurs. So TiE Women is pretty big. I don't know if we still have Emma with us now. She's gone. But so we have the TiE Women Dallas now, and we are happy to have to accept more members in our group. We are growing, so if you need more information, just post the website. Maybe we can also post about the TiE Dallas women, the TiE Women, because there's all the information there.
So I have a question. Do you guys have any like accelerator programs and things that we can maybe it's virtual now or something that we could enroll in?
We don't have accelerator programs, but we do have mentors. So
okay.
They help you, they help you with your business, they help you grow. They help you on many different angle of your business. Actually, that's very and also they have a lot of networks, so that helps also.
Definitely, yeah.
Right people.
But the flyer for this event, it did say like the first 3 runner-ups can go to the accelerator program, virtual accelerator program, right?
I would have to ask Ram what he means here, because
I think the flyer did mention that.
Yeah. It does.
Okay.
So the first winner obviously gets the prize money and the accessibility to all these resources, and the second and third place, they'll be able to also go to the accelerated program.
Okay, so the accelerated program is with TiE Women then?
Yes.
But Sanjukta, is it not true that that is for the finals that happens in Dubai, right? The first, second, third.
Yeah, the prize is for the finals, not here.
And even the accelerator program also is for the runners-up is at the
accelerator. Oh, I thought here.
The workshops and the programs, yeah, that's like for second and third place as well.
I have a question for TiE Dallas. Do you all have any mentors for travel industry specific?
We do actually. We do have one of our charter members is the owner of a traveling business, and our charter members are the one helping like the mentors and.
So how is the process? We become a member of TiE Dallas, and then I am connected to the mentor, or how does it happen?
Right. So once you become a member, you can ask for, having, whatever you need. So we are here. We're a whole core team, to help you and support you with whatever you need. So if you need, to find a mentor, we will help you find the right person. If you need, to investment, we will also connect you with the right group, etc. So to become a member, you have, if you look on the chat box, Sanju put the dallas.tie.org. So here you can go on why joining, and you have the advantages. So if you look at all the advantages, you can see you have a good view of everything that you can do with TiE Dallas. And then if it's something that or you can discuss with us, you can call us and discuss and ask all the questions you have. Or if you want to become a member, you just join through the website. And again, you know, I mean, I can give you the email address. So if you have any questions, please just, you know, feel free to connect us with us. And we also have a lot of events for free. That's another way also, you know, to meet with other people, discover other different business. And sometimes, you know, that can be business you can actually connect with and do business with. And you also have the opportunity to present your own company. Same thing, you know, just contact us and we will arrange that. So you have about 20 to 30 minutes to present your company. Then you have about 15 minutes on Q&A. But the nice thing about that is when we promote it, we have a list of 2,000 people. So your company is already viewed by 2,000 people. And then, you know, we promote it on the social media and again, you know, you have a lot of exposure, you have a lot of possibility to connect. And usually what happened, you know, after the presentation, we have a lot of people, you know, finding interest in your business. You know, they come and look, you know, if it's something they can invest in, or if they can connect you with some other people. And at the end of the presentation, you can tell them, look, you know, this is what I'm looking for. So that's something, even if you're not a member, you can do that. You can contact us and tell us, look, you know, I want to make a presentation, and we can arrange that with you.
Sounds really exciting. So who exactly can I contact for this? I'm really interested in doing that.
You can contact me and, you know, if you use like communications@dallas.tie.org, I can give you my email too, but that's the same thing. So you can contact me here. I don't know if you
Thank
have.
you so much. Yeah.
So yeah, just let us know. And we have every month, the fourth Tuesday of the month, we have a TiE Tuesday. So the TiE Tuesday, we usually, you know, present a company, a business. This month, it's not, it's going to be different. We will have happy hours with our members. So that's different. But usually we have an event for, you know, open and free for everybody. On the 15th this month, we have one of our members presenting. It's not his company, but that's a company he's volunteering for. That's called FirstNet. So same thing, you know, we just advertise it. He's talking about it, and then, you know, a lot of things happen after that.
Yeah, sounds really awesome.
Yeah, that's worth it. If you go now, actually, if you go, I can show you. You can access our older events, so you can see also what it looks like. If I can find it, here we go. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so if you go here on event and you have past events, for each event you can find the replay. So for example, let's say this one, because, you know, you were talking about travel. So this is the company that one of our Victor and Alvin Abraham with SkyPass Travel. So they are charter members with us.
Mm-hmm.
And for any reason, of course, there's no, okay, you can see them in a different place too. Something I have to look at. Here also on blogs, you can find all our past events. So you can see, you know, the replay, you can see here we go. Here. So if you click here, you can look at it, and you know, you were asking about travel, so you can see a little bit about what they were talking about, and
Yeah.
you know, we can eventually put you in contact with them. If you are interested in pitching, so you can come here and you have a form to fill in, and then you know, that's something also we look at. And the last thing I wanted to show you here, you know, that's what I was telling you about. So the why join TiE. So you have all the advantages here. They explain you, you know, everything you can do and everything we can. And then we have two different kind of members. We have the members and the charter members. So they have all, of course, different advantages. And then, you know, when you're ready, you can join us. And that's it.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that whole, like taking us through the website.
Of course.
And showing where you can find everything.
Yeah, and again, don't hesitate, you know, if you have any questions to contact us. We try to be, you know, responsive as fast as possible. Oh, and by the way, you know, I will add you, you know, on the list, on the 2,000 people list I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
We'll receive, you know, the coming events, and, you know, if you're interested, you will see also what's going on. And most of our events are free, so you can just join us. All right, I don't know where they are. Let me check on them.
How many of you here like to travel?
Hmm?
How many of you like to travel? Anybody?
All of us, I would say.
For the past 6 months, you know, I have been home, but before that, I travel pretty much, you know, every other month to India.
Well, check us out and let me know if you have any feedbacks or
Definitely.
Definitely. You like it. We're still in 11 cities. So, sorry.
Based on all the things that you have seen out there, between these two,
actually,
you
Gordon
think
has
Wi-Fi
heard
has a better,
more.
huh?
Gordon, you go first.
Wi-Fi has a better
I
shot.
I didn't hear, nor did I read their documents.
Are we ready?
We need to wrap.
1 second, Sophie, 1 second. Gordon is saying something.
I was just going to say that I've observed probably a dozen, mostly in India and then in Dubai, and the winners seemingly all have strong innovation, science, AI, right on the edge of potential breakthroughs. I just have goosebumps when I listen to some of these pitches, thinking about what these women are doing. So the competition is going to be incredible. I hate to be a judge in Dubai, and I think that YFRET with its technology slant will be a formidable competitor.
So long to cut it, to summarize, you would, if you were going to pick somebody to represent Dallas, it would be your vote also will be YFRET. Is what I'm hearing from you, Gordon?
That's what I'd say, but understand that I'm not the judge, right? So,
I understand.
yeah,
okay. I'm good.
The issue, Ram, just to, so everyone.
Minutes breather, just so
Yeah.
that, you know, she feels a little better again to put it on.
Exactly.
So, you know, I see that, I know that pain for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So Amol, it's the same reason. Jay is in pharmacy, so they have really difficult time wearing the mask and taste. He says after wearing mask, he don't like to eat or drink anything.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So that's why I said I'm going to order some for him.
And
Yeah.
I, you know, she used to complain, but you know, say unless you personally go through it, the pain, you don't realize the intensity, right?
Yeah.
So last week when I traveled to Boston to drop my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
I had to wear N95, and this, you know, I realized how difficult it is to wear that N95 for 4 hours.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I know it's.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're looking for a high protection mask, there aren't that many out there other than the
Exactly.
uncomfortable, restrictive N95s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great
Hey,
idea.
Valerie, are the rest of the judges going to be coming?
They will be coming in moments. I think all of us judges have left and they're just doing technical things. So.
Okay.
It's been, I must say, such a pleasure to meet all of you and hear your pitches. And it touches my heart. It's so hopeful for the world. We live in such a, not getting into politics, just not good place right now here in the United States. So it's wonderful to see people innovating and ignoring all that. Well, not ignoring it. I'm sure you're part of, you know, helping it, but still, it's just wonderful to turn my mind to this. Thank you. And thank you, Sophie, for asking me to.
Okay, we are back.
Well, thank you for coming.
We're back. Is everybody here? And judges are here. Harjot, George, Valerie.
Yep.
Paul, you're here. Gordon is here. Okay. Hey, folks. I'm sure you all have been waiting with bated breath on what's happening there. It almost always ends up this way. We have some very, very interesting discussions, and this part is never easy. It's hard to have to go through and pick winners when all of these presentations were so remarkable, so great to listen to, and the power of the ideas, the way they were put together, the articulation. So I can't say enough good things about everything. But before we go into announcing the winners and all that, I'd like to have Paul perhaps describe what happens from this stage onwards, and perhaps also give an opportunity to the judges, Harjot, George, and Valerie, to make any quick comments that they may want to make. So whoever wants to go first. Paul, you want to go first? You're muted. You're muted, Paul.
Sure. Good evening to all of you. I got to live 12 years of Texas, the best part of my life. So very, very close to all of you, twice in Dallas, actually. So we think of Dallas and Atlanta as being same cities, except you have no state income tax and you're a lot flatter. We have more trees. There you go, right? Other than that, we're all in the same place. I represent TiE Atlanta, and my good friend Gordon Grant, who's a charter member, is the engineer of the tool that was used for a lot of the scoring that I think the judges will tell you made their life a little easier. More importantly, I'll tell you, you know, when at the turn of last year in New Delhi, TiE Global said, let's really put real intentionality behind a women's movement. I will tell you, having been with TiE myself 8 years and having worked, I happen to run the college program worldwide for TiE as a co-chair. I can tell you that I'm just so proud to see the good work being done to uplift women entrepreneurs. Still not enough, but we're making the right directional movements. Now we just have to build momentum at the chapter level. And then one of the things that is being worked on by the TiE Global Council, or Women's Council, of which they've invited Gordon and me to help, is they're constructing a number of workshops and coaching events and putting together some materials that even if you know as a woman entrepreneur you'll find helpful. You'll also build some networking, which is one of the best parts of TiE. Given that I've worked with nonprofit organizations for 40 years, I'll tell you TiE is clearly one of the top 2 that I've ever worked with. So networking will be a big piece for all of you, irrespective of whether you're in the winning circle or just outside. Number 2 is they will conduct they will look at mentoring even beyond Dallas. So if you've been working with or you're about to work with a Dallas chapter set of mentors, because it's always good to get a second opinion, a third opinion, just like we have multiple, we have parents and grandparents, et cetera. I think that's being worked on in the October, November timeframe. And then clearly they would like to, at this point, have an event in Dubai in January. Of course, at this point, it is hard to say that will happen for sure, but that is the intent. They have to spend the money for the prizes thanks to the group called Empower and the Bombay Stock Exchange by the end of March. So Q1, one way or another, there'll be money given out. There's a $100,000 first prize. There's a $25,000 second prize. At least that's a current info. Things are always subject to change, but I will tell you that Dallas is going to send a very, very good representative to that worldwide competition, as well as to all of the events between now and then. So Ram, I hope that answers most of the questions and more to come, certainly, as the council keeps reaching out to you.
Yeah, I know we are anxious to hear the results and all that, but could you just maybe quickly talk about what happens at the global in Dubai, or whatever, to the extent we know?
Yeah. So if it happens in person, they want it to happen over multiple days, probably 2 to 3 days, right? And so in that regard, the agenda is not created. It's out in January, right? That's like decades from now. But the intent is that the pitch competition is only a piece of it. There'll be other speakers, there'll be other networking, there'll be workshops, et cetera. So all of that is getting put together for a multiple time. We do expect, I'm sorry to say that, no, I'm glad to say, the Bombay Stock Exchange is paying for all the India finalists to fly to Dubai if that occurs. They're also going to have an event in Jaipur and an event in Mumbai with just the India-based locations because the sponsors are willing to put them up. So I will just say at the local level, at this point, we're not planning anything in the US other than these Zoom kind of workshops. But in Dubai, you'll have to work with Ram and the local chapter for the travel and living. Once you get there, having been at conferences in Silicon Valley and New Delhi, et cetera, TiE does a fabulous job of making sure you get great networking, great ability to talk to investors, VCs, angels, et cetera. It will be an outstanding experience. We're working on, this weekend, we're doing that with our college students. So we're telling
Thank you, Paul.
Best one sing.
Thank you. Judges, any thoughts before I jump in? George?
Yeah, it was very good set of companies, tough decisions to make as we went through it, very tough, but we went through it. But at the same time, I also think that the quality of the submissions were excellent. And without spending more time here, we have written in some comments. Hopefully, the team will be able to pass them on to the individual companies. Sophie, I think that should be possible, I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, George. Valerie, you want to go? You're muted. You're muted.
I talked to the group and I told them what a privilege to meet them all. Just impressed as all get out. And I look at entrepreneurial companies all the time, every year. I see dozens and dozens, and just some real winners and their ideas.
Harjot?
Yeah, not to
Thank you, Valerie.
Not to sound condescending, but I've never seen any difference between a man entrepreneur and woman entrepreneur. The quality of the material was fantastic. There is no difference. So let's putting the man and woman aside. I think everybody did a fantastic job, and the results presented today are just opinion of 3 people. Doesn't mean your company is going to succeed or going to fail. So just take it at that. And
thank you.
It was a fantastic presentation.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Again, the judges, Valerie, George, and Harjot. Now comes the moment when we have to make these big announcements. I have this unenviable job of describing and announcing the winner, so to speak. But I think as it was mentioned earlier, everybody is a winner, and I was just absolutely delighted that we were able to put this together. And I want to thank once again everyone that made it possible, and my team and our team here, Sanjukta, Sophie, people, some of them are not here on the call now. The folks that make a part of TiE Women here in Dallas, Vandana, Deepti, Sandhya, and a number of others. I may be missing names here. So thank you very much, our charter members and the participants, judges, and all the other attendees that are assembled here today. So thanks again. I can't say it enough. Now, if the whole we have all this analysis, and we are able to quantify all of this in a model that we put together, and then we go into deliberations. And why do we have the deliberation process? Because there are all these quantitative criteria, but then they also have to discuss and ensure that there are things that the human intuition, human element comes in to decide beyond the number. We need to look at the numbers and then see how we can validate as individuals that we are look into all these different ideas, the power of these ideas, what we are expecting out of this in terms of the representation that they have to make of the Dallas team, and so on and so forth. So the point I'm trying to make is I have a master's in AI, and I knew long time ago, when I got the degree long time ago, that AI, in spite of all the promise that it has, the realization that we have that the human brain and what goes on inside is so much more powerful than anything that we have tried to understand so far is it's a very humbling realization. And along the same lines, we have to have those deliberations. We need to exchange those thoughts, and that's where the power of I think human involvement and intelligence comes in, no matter what the power of AI might be. So we went through the deliberation process. We had to take into account what the numbers said, and then we also have to take into account the innovation, the global appeal, what we're up against in terms of viability, Dallas centricity of the idea, and so on and so forth. And what's really remarkable about any of these ideas? So all the presentation has
your audio is very laggy.
Is it going out? Are you able to hear me better now? Is it better now?
It's very staticky.
Still?
Some background static.
That's better now.
Okay, I'm going to hold my, let me see. Is it better now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll cut to the chase. So with all that said, I want to start out by saying that we have 2 second runners up. I'm going to announce it in this manner. 2 second runners up, 1 first runner up, and then the eventual winner. So the 2 second runners up are Breeze Bubble and Cubby. Applause, please. Where are they? Are they here?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sangeeta, and where is Arohi?
Arohi.
Yeah.
Arohi is there. Oh, there you are. Okay. Congratulations. You will be provided, you'll be given information about some of the accelerator programs we are going to give access to you for. And Paul will provide some more details on that later, and then we'll communicate with you. Thank you very much. Remarkable job.
Thank you.
Now, the second runner-up and the winner. Again, it was hard, but then it is what it is. After looking at all the criteria and considerations that I just now spoke about, we had to come up with a team that we believe is rightfully a first runner-up, Rex Academy and Sandhya. Great job, great presentation, and a lot of opportunity in terms of what needs to happen in that space. Very good execution plan from what I've seen of it myself, and so are the opinions and feelings of the judging team also. That brings us to the winner, Wi-Fred, Tina Mani.
Thank you.
So, wonderful job. Congratulations. Hats off to all of you, Tina Mani, Sandhya, Arohi, and Sangeeta. Just a quick note on the power of the idea that we have from you, Tina, on Wi-Fred. The appeal and the power of the technology is quite intriguing from what we can see, and I think we are barely scratching the surface when it comes to the types of commerce that are being explored, and we are barely scratching the surface. So the potential and the promise and the power is very immense, and how we are going through daily changes in the way buying behaviors and consumer behaviors are changing is quite astounding. So the fact that you're taking on something that ambitious a goal and then showing results in it and being able to take it forward, we wish you all the best. We hope we are able to represent Dallas extremely well and come out with a win at the global stage. So with that, I want to once again congratulate you, and thank you very much for everybody that is in attendance here. Any other closing thoughts? Open to everybody. The floor is open. Any questions, any thoughts, any comments? Audience included.
Thank you very much, Ram. I really appreciate this opportunity, and I look forward to the support of TiE and the wide network, because I really need very big arms and a lot of things to take this up. There's a lot to be done. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the kind remarks, Sheena. I want to hear from the other participants as well, if I could. Sandhya.
Yeah, thank you very much. This has, this has helped me a lot in preparing the recorded deck. I wasn't ready, and I have learned quite a bit from observing other pitches here. And congratulations to everyone.
And stay tuned, folks. All the first runner-up, Sandhya, and second runner-up, Arohi and Sangeeta. We never know what we may want to have in the global competition. We may open it up to more people, and I'll wait to hear from Global, Paul, and others on direction from there. So maybe we'll get to have more representation than just the winner. We'll see. I don't want to make any promises, but anything is possible. So who else is there? Sangeeta or Arohi?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks so much, and I look forward to joining the accelerator program as well after this. And Sophie was just telling us about the pitch events, other pitch events that you have. So I'm also very interested in pitching there and getting more comments and thoughts and feedback on Breeze Bubble. So thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
And Ram, I'd like to take the opportunity to thanks TiE Dallas for the opportunity provided to present our company, and the questions and the feedback was also very valuable. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Amal.
Thank you, Ram. I really appreciate what you're doing here. It was great meeting up with other women entrepreneurs. Sometimes you feel left out, and this short span of time which we connected, I think was really Awesome. So thank you for the opportunity.
Anybody else?
Angel,
I'll go ahead and say thank you as well. This is Angel. I'll take my off because I've got my little one, but thank you all so much. This was awesome. I really appreciate it. It was great to be able to start pitching again. I haven't pitched in a really long time, honestly, so this was great.
Thank you. Who else is there?
Right.
Is
Okay, I think.
Is the sixth participant still here? Maybe not.
Yeah, I think everybody talked.
Everybody talk? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, question, or I said it in the chat, but I just want to say it out loud. Some people are not following the chat. Is definitely stay in touch. Contact me through LinkedIn. You have no idea where your next big break or breakthrough is going to
Absolutely.
come.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And thank you for the judges again.
Thank you, everybody. Good luck.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
I hope everybody enjoyed the event, learned a lot of things.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very much. Thank you very much.
Bye.
It was an honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great night.
Good.
All right. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.